It is nearly Easter and I thought it would be fun to draw an Easter themed picture. So let's go through today how to draw these Easter eggs. I'm going to generally talk you through the process that I'm using and show you how I'm able to build up all of the detail and vibrancy that you can see here. Now before we get started, if you do want to go through this with me in a lot more detail, I do have the full tutorial available on my website. And here I'll go through the exact process that I used and every detail that I added. In fact, I have not only this drawing, but loads of other drawings in a whole host of different subject matters, including a few different Easter themed drawings. For every single one of my tutorials, I include really in-depth instructions, particularly broken down into bite-sized sections so that you can work through this one section at a time. I also include all of the real-time footage, full details of every color that I'm using, and the sketch outlines, both the light sketch outlines for if you want to print that sketch directly onto your drawing paper, and darker sketch outlines for if you want to trace. And I always include the reference photo. I have some simpler, more beginner-friendly drawings and some much more complicated drawings that have a real wow factor. And I include tutorials not only on coloured pencils, but also graphite pencils and watercolour pencils too. Check out the link in the description. So let's get started with these eggs. Now I want to start this off by filling in the lightest colour I can see in each section of the drawing. So I'm starting off here with a very light grey, which I can particularly see on the light glint on the Easter egg. And what I want to do is put this colour everywhere where I can see that light colour or darker. So I'm adding this over the whole of the egg on the left-hand side, that darker egg. And what we're going to do is gradually work from the lightest colours towards the darker colours. Now, because I'm going to need to build a lot of pencil up on here, I want to be working really nice and lightly. So I want to be putting down a lovely light layer of this colour. Now to help me do this, notice how I'm holding the pencil much further back than you might expect. I'm not holding the pencil really close to the tip, and what this does is literally stops me from being able to press too hard. I can hold the pencil lightly, holding it closer to the tip. I've just got to have a lot more pencil control. I also generally want to be putting down the pencil as smoothly as possible, so I'm working in circular motions rather than just scribbling back and forth. You can see I'm kind of working in large oval motions here. Finally, I always want to be working with a sharp pencil. The pencil will go down far more consistently if I do that. Once I've blocked in that whole lightest colour, what I then want to do is move on to the next darkest colour from here. And actually, because a lot of these eggs are so dark, the next darkest colour is actually quite a dark brown. But if I press really lightly with the pencil, it will go down a lot darker than this pencil can do. So you can see I've drawn in the outside of the egg and I've drawn in where that light patch is going to go. And I can then work in circular motions to block in all of the egg. So I'm doing the exact same as I did a second ago, just with a darker colour now. And already this egg is getting a bit clearer. It's getting a bit easier to see where everything needs to be. So let's do the same for the larger main egg. This egg is much more complicated because it's got this kind of grid on it, all of those little diamond shapes. But I'm just going to work through here one at a time. If anything, the fact that it's in a kind of grid makes it a little bit easier. I already have my sketch lines marked in here, so I have a good idea where these squares or these diamonds roughly need to go. I just want to work through them one at a time, really looking at where the lights and darks are on each of these. So I'm noting that some of these diamonds are extremely light and really only have an outline. As we get towards the right, some of these diamond shapes get a lot darker. But the most important thing is that I'm working lightly with this mid-tone colour to get something down on the paper. So the whole goal of these first few colours is to be firstly putting something down on the paper, but also getting a good idea of what's going to go where. If I start out by marking all of these colours in with a reasonably light colour, if I make a mistake or something's not looking quite right, I can always adjust it as I move on to the darker colours. And actually with these diamond shapes, because it is that kind of grid, it's pretty easy to get something slightly in the wrong place and it will end up making the whole drawing look peculiar. So this is even more important to be mapping in the colours lightly here. So those are the main lightest colours on particularly the front few eggs. Let's build up the lightest colours on the little colourful eggs down the bottom. So the lightest colours generally are the main colour of the egg. So I'm filling in the purple eggs here, just putting something down. I am noticing that there is generally some light shines on the left hand side of the eggs. I want to ease up some of the pencil there, but I generally just want to put something down in these areas. Still working lightly and still working in those circular motions too. And I'm also going to just add in where the shadows need to be going very, very roughly as well. You can see how I'm really just getting my bearings on where everything's going. And then once I've done this, I can start working towards the darker colours and really building up that contrast. So let's move on to a darker colour. I'm using a darker brown now, and I want to be building up the colour a little bit further on this particularly dark egg on the left hand side, and I'm needing to add more of a shadow where this egg is next to that white egg. And then I can also use this darker brown to start refining and adjusting that kind of grid on the main egg. Now this is made far easier because I've already marked this in roughly, but I do want to tweak some areas, maybe just tidy this up. And then once I've drawn in the main grid, being careful not to go over any areas that I want to keep a very light colour, I can then work through here one square at a time again, just focusing on building up that contrast and adding to any area that needs to be darker. So a lot of the diamond shapes on here do need to be much darker than what I've got at the moment. And also they have a lot of different shading. It's not all one solid colour. So I want to be working through these one at a time, adding that in. And I'm just going to keep working from these lighter colours towards the darker colours until I'm happy with what I've got. So you can see me using some of this same brown to really improve the shadows on the eggs down the bottom. This is going to help give this some shape. And actually I can add in even more of the shadows by using a quite dark grey to make those lights and darks on the eggs a little bit clearer. And then I still want to be working towards those darker colours, so I've moved on to the black pencil now to really fill in those darkest areas. Now black I think can look quite harsh, but I don't have a brown darker than the brown I was using a second ago, and I don't think that brown is quite dark enough. So what I can do is build the black up, and then once I'm happy that I've got the contrast looking right, I can then go over the top of that black with the brown pencil, and it'll end up looking like a very dark brown rather than a much harsher black. So you can see that I'm working with a really nice and sharp pencil here, so I can be really accurate about where this pencil's going. And then let's start filling in the darkest areas on any other parts of the drawing. So I'm going over this egg again, once again working one square at a time, really noticing the areas that do need to be much darker. But note how it's very much the same thing over and over again. We're just gradually building up the colours, building up the shapes, and building up the vibrancy. But at this point I would say that I have a very clear kind of template that I can just focus on brightening up. So I can start off by focusing on the egg on the left hand side, and I always want to be thinking about the most obvious colour that's missing. So right now, looking at that egg, the most obvious colour that I need to add in is a darker brown. The egg is just not looking brown enough for what is a dark chocolate and therefore brown egg. So I can go over the whole thing again, still nice and lightly, to adjust and build up that colour a little bit further. And then from there I want to look for the most obvious colour that's missing. So I actually think now I want to add in a kind of reddish purple. I can see a lot of purple over the whole of the egg, but particularly around that light shine. So let's add a little bit of this colour around there, and then add some grey, some quite dark grey onto that shine to make it a bit darker. It's too bright at the moment. And then I can go back to lighter brown first, the brown that I used towards the very beginning. And then once again back to that darker brown. But at this point, I do want to start pressing a little bit firmer. So because particularly down that right side, I want the colour to be much darker, and I've built up so much colour already, I can start using a firmer pressure to generally smooth this out and make that colour richer. And I'm working the whole way around the egg to really add in that richer colour. It's so important though that I'm still working in circular motions to try and make sure that this is as smooth as I can. And it's also important to note that I only started pressing firmer when I'd already built up a lot of the pencil. So I'm going back over here with the black now, so I'm still thinking about the most obvious thing I need to add. And then I'd say I'm generally happy with that egg on the left hand side. I can start doing exactly the same thing with the main egg. So again, using more of that dark brown over the top of the black to turn that black more into a very dark brown. You can see how it is removing that harshness of the black, and how bit by bit it's making the light areas of the egg stand out a lot more. I can then tone down some of the lighter areas with the same grey I used for the other egg before using the more reddish brown to just adjust the colour of the chocolate. So actually I would say that the chocolate colour on the main larger egg is a very different colour to the chocolate on the left hand side, because I do think this is milk chocolate and the chocolate on the left is dark chocolate. And you can see how adding this brown over the top of the egg isn't taking away from all of the details I've already added in. They're still showing through. It's just adjusting that colour and making it a richer, more chocolate colour. And then I also want to be maybe brightening up some of the lighter areas. I can see a little bit of a hint of pink here that I don't currently have on those lightest areas. And I can keep building up the brown. So you can see how I'm just flitting through colours, always thinking about the most obvious colour that's missing, gradually building up that egg. So once I'm happy with this main egg, I want to do exactly the same thing for the eggs along the bottom, constantly comparing them to the reference photo and my colour swatches to think about the most obvious colour that's missing at any point. So to begin with, they're looking all a little bit too muted next to the now very dark chocolate egg. So I want to not only brighten them up with their colourful colours, but also increase the contrast, increase that brown a little bit more so it's matching the contrast of the rest of the drawing. I can add in some of the smaller dot details on here that I don't currently have, and then keep building up a lot of the colours that I've already used. So the grey, the different colours of the eggs, and just going through these colours over and over again. And then tidying up a few of these eggs one final time, and then that is the end of the drawing. Now I hope that you found this helpful. Remember, if you want to go through this in a lot more detail, I do have the full tutorial on my website. And if you'd like to go through a different Easter drawing, this very sweet fluffy Easter chick, check out this video here. Happy drawing guys, and I'll see you in the next one.